The Zimbabwean government announced that it will pay over $20 million to white farmers that lost their land in farm invasions under President Robert Mugabe at the turn of the century. Hello, my name is Reneilwe Morema, and I am your host right here on the African Diaspora News channel. I'm reporting live from Johannesburg, South Africa. The Zimbabwean government will this month pay an initial $20 million to foreign white and local black farmers who lost land in farm invasions under former leader Robert Mugabe at the turn of the century, the finance minister said on Friday. The spending was allocated in the 2024 budget as part of a series of measures to restore the country's once thriving farming sector and help launch a long-promised economic revival. You know what? After reading this article, I just thought to myself, it is crazy how Africans think that in order for the continent's economy to thrive, we need to involve them folks. We need them folks to be involved. It's like we are mentally colonized to think that we are incapable of empowering ourselves without the assistance of the Western countries. It is crazy that they are able to come in Africa, have access to our minerals and resources to develop their countries back in the Western side, and then they have the nerve to restrict us from tapping into our resources, have the nerve to sanction us if we take back what is ours, have the nerve to make us beg for our own resources on our land. And on top of that, the African leaders still practice the colonizers' method to keep us enslaved, to assure or to suppress us from speaking out about the ill treatment and the neo-colonialism that is still happening even today. How can you compensate someone that stole your land? That land Mugabe took belongs to the Zimbabwean people. And the rest of the African leaders should have done the same. Africa shouldn't depend on the Europeans to transform the economy when we have the capacity to do so. Europe is what it is today because of Africa. The victims being compensated include foreign farmers from Belgium, Germany, and other European countries. The victims. A separate and much larger $3.5 billion scheme for the 4,000 white Zimbabwean farmers was announced in 2020, but the money has not been forthcoming owing to Zimbabwe's financial woes. President Emmerson Mnangagwa, who replaced Mugabe in 2017 coup, has sought to engage Western governments to restore ties, resolve Zimbabwe's huge foreign debt, and revive its economy. Although last year's elections deemed not free and fair by observers, and also it did nothing to restore the potential donor confidence. So yeah. Mnangagwa is either deeply misinformed about the real causes of the crisis in Zimbabwe, or he is succumbing to the pressures from the white supremacist world. Either way, this treasonous act of paying white settlers money that Zimbabwe does not have will not resolve the crisis in Zimbabwe. It will not resolve the crisis Zimbabwe is currently facing today, which is essentially a political crisis resulting from years of mismanagement, at the center of which Mnangagwa features prominently. Further berating Mnangagwa for the chaos in Zimbabwe, the EFF added that the current president would be remembered as a clueless, ideological AMOEBA, adding that Mnangagwa is not only pissing on the graves of the many heroic men and women who laid down their lives for the return of Zimbabwean land, but he is also desecrating the legacy of Robert Mugabe, who was clearly a sober-minded leader that aimed to transform the economy of Africans. This leader was an exemplary leader for the rest of the African leaders to show us that, you know what, we should not depend on these European or Western world to transform the economy of Africa, but we can do it ourselves. This was a stellar example by Mugabe, but people don't see it that way because they still want to keep benefiting from the charities and the what do they call, the charities and the investments of the US and the Western culture. They want to keep pocketing the money while they enslave us into doing their bidding, enslave us and exploit us of our hard labor. What do you think about this segment? Comment to us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and share the broadcast. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss these groundbreaking conversations right here on the African Diaspora News channel.
Introducing the African Diaspora News Channel app, your gateway to stories that's overlooked by the corporate mainstream media.
And we serve as the voice to the Truthful Black community.
Again, we got Dr. Candace Matthews.
A lot of these documents, looking at.
We are committed to informing and educating through the power of media.
This country is supposed to be about the land of the free for all. It has not been free for Black people, and we are tired.
With our platform, we're helping to end injustice by exposing it.
Join us in standing for excellence in journalism and serving our community. Download the African Diaspora News app today.